Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Philip.
Hello, Lynn.
Welcome all of you online as well, or whenever you're there eventually. Tonight, we've got the next excerpt, the next night in America. I think it's in Santa Monica. And so it's a series of lectures Srimataji gave in 1981, and a lot of interesting information and very prophetic about life as well. So we've given the title Dropping Out Our Fixations, which is quite a weighty subject. Firstly, it means, what does it mean, in fact? What's a fixation, Philip, according to you?
Well, according to me, my understanding of it is we're born in the world in a particular country, family, culture, and we can have a conditioning which gets fixated on something. And yes, there are good things we can do, multiple, and then we can get fixated on something where it becomes, well, you look at politics today, how it becomes irrational, was the behavior can become what we'd call off the center. It doesn't have a wisdom or balance about it. And this is possible everywhere. You look at today of the fixations that are going on and the competition and all that, which is an unusual period we're in. So it's like anything you sort of get glued to, sort of, I put it in with a sort of fanatical thing. You get fixated on something. And some things can be good, but it also depends on how hard we go into it. Um, but yeah, we can get fixated. We're human, and it's the usually the ego and the conditioning combined together that sort of welds us to these type of things, different types of things. Yeah.
And I thought, getting down more closely to it, that it's something you have an idea of in your mind,
Yep.
whatever influence comes to you, but it's in the mind, whereas
Yes.
things that are pure desires, it can be good fixations in that you feel them as opposed to is an idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usually the ideas that make you fixated,
Yeah. Yeah.
whereas the feelings are the ones that, if it's a good feeling, then it's a good thing.
Yep.
But of course, tonight we want to have a nice silent meditation. And plus, the reason we're contemplating dropping out our fixations, of course, is so that we can have better meditation and also improve ourselves as human beings. So we're not a static thing. And obviously, the more we drop out the fixations, the more we're coming into the present moment, which is where we can be in meditation a little longer than the 5-10 minutes that we sit down, prescribe for ourselves and sit down, but we try and maintain that feeling a bit longer. And if we don't get sideswiped by these fixations that can come
Yeah.
to us, ideas in the mind, and etc.
It's that combination of that, your conditioning and the sort of the ego with it, and makes us particularly glued to something. And there's always a balance. And after the Kundalini is awakened within us, we get the ability to have the central channel, which is the one that ascends us and sort of gives a balance to our left side and right side. And it sort of, after a period of time, you can clear your left side and your right side, and you become aware of them more, and you realize, oh, that's my conditioning. Oh, that's my ego. And you're not critical, you're aware of it. And the beautiful thing about Sahaja Yoga, through the meditation, you can actually, oh, yes, it comes to you. It's a realization of things. And that's the beauty of it. Like, and you become aware of that after a while. And you go, oops, yeah.
It's not a feeling bad about yourself,
No, no.
so getting
Yeah.
guilty. So you're not actually, it's not dropping out.
Yeah.
Dropping out our
Yeah.
fixations if we feel guilty.
Yeah. We don't feel guilty about things because that's wrong, but at the same time, aware of it and gracefully, oh, yeah. And you do it in a mild way where you're not hitting yourself or being hard on yourself. And you'll find that as the central channel establishes itself through the awakening, you become more into that. It's a growth. You move there, and you can still do things, but you're not so hard line about it. And that's what's called the balance, really, the balance of things. Yeah.
So shall we listen to our 15 minutes or so excerpt of
Yep.
the founder of Sahaja Yoga, which I'm sure most of you would know, but for anyone who's new, she's the lady who taught us everything we are today.
Yes.
With all the wonderful lectures that have been recorded, we're able to keep on finding new information and reinforcing things that are good for our ascent, our spiritual ascent, which is what we're all here for. So let's listen to that excerpt, and then we'll go into meditation, taking everyone through that realization process, and then into a little deeper meditation where we try and balance ourselves somewhat as well at the end of that. So shall I share that talk, Philip?
Yes, good to hear. Yeah.
Everyone, we'll just share this 15-minute excerpt from 1981. Enjoy that.
Yesterday, I told you about a general idea about the chakras and about the powers that we have within us. But my main concern yesterday was to instill in you the sincerity with which you must seek. That you have to be honest to yourself to get to the truth. This is the only payment you have to make for Sahaja Yoga. That you have to be really honest to yourself. I'm not here to gain anything from you. That's one point, should be absolutely clear. You cannot give me anything, I cannot take anything from you. Now, when we come to that point, the second point is we have to be honest about it. Many people believe that whatever way you go to God is not true. Also, some people believe that if you do wrongs and harm to others, still you will go to God. It's true, no doubt, you can, but not because you have done anything wrong. You will go to God because you have decided to be good people, to be people who are seeking God in the true sense of the word. So when you are seeking the truth, you must first of all ask a question within yourself, are we really seeking the truth? So many fixations that we have within us have to be dropped. And gradually you will see for yourself as you grow in your self-realization that these fixations drop automatically. Like a flower becomes a fruit, then the calyx of the flower drops out. So many parts of the flower drop out. As I told you, there has to be transformation and transmutation. So the part of the transformation does take place, but the transmutation you have to go through. Now, for that, as I told you yesterday, that the transformation is a true living. Again, I say living. I don't know if people understand the meaning of the word living. Living happening in us, taking place out of the living force again within us, and is manifested by the living God within us. Perhaps we have never been able to judge the working of the living, which is so spontaneous. It's a mystery for us. It's a mystery. We just take it for granted. Whatever is mysterious, the human nature is such, take it for granted. So, as I told you that within you, this Kundalini, the desire to become one with the divine is placed in the triangular bone called as sex. Within you it is placed, it is there. You don't have to go anywhere to find it, it is there. In all of you it is placed there. Now, if it is placed there, then one must know that it has to be something very special for a special work. Otherwise, what is the need for God to place an energy down there? When the right person, in the sense like the Mother Earth, as I told, who has the power to germinate a seed? Mother Earth has the power to do some living work. We do not have. We cannot germinate a seed. So, if such a person who has that warmth, that love of the Mother Earth, again, love doesn't mean sex. Sex has nothing to do. Sex is nonsense. Do not confuse it with God. Those who confuse with it are people from hell. They are from hell. And they take you down to it. Whether you like it or not, I have to tell you the truth. So this holy energy, this auspicious thing, this sublime desire within us to be one with the divine resides within us. This power resides within us. Now do not cheat yourself on this point. Sex you can do. I mean, the animals do it, everybody do it, even the people, of every primitive stage can do it. You don't need any knowledge for that. It is just there, the reproduction. Whatever you can do is not divine. This is the point I try to make. Now, if you are making money out of it and this thing, then I have nothing to say. I mean, if you want to sell God, you can sell it. But you will be put in the hell. You take it from me for that kind of a nonsense. You cannot make money out of God. You cannot put sex on the Kundalini. It's like having sex with your mother. With your mother, the Holy Mother. It's absurd, it's wrong. I don't know how people can think like that. And they accept the situation. An Indian understands this better. I don't know, these days Indians also, I mean, we have gurus who are preaching this in India, horrible people. So one has to first of all understand that this energy which is within us has nothing to do with sex. I am not here to contest any lectures or any favoritism for it. Even if there is one person, I will tell the truth. If there are hundreds, I will tell the truth. There are 500. Even if you stone me, I will tell the truth. And I have to tell you the truth. I am not here for any gain whatsoever, and I am not afraid of anyone. Because I know what I have to do with you. You are seekers. You are seekers of ages. William Blake has mentioned about you in his book Milton. He says, in those days, the men of God means seekers. You are seekers. First of all, accept this position within you that you are seekers. You are not here for a fashion. Accept this situation. There is no place in Sahaja Yoga for a person who is not a seeker. We do not want people here who are not true seekers. So first of all, you are a seeker. You are men of God. You are seeking God within yourself. If you are seeking God within yourself, He has said that they will become prophets and they will have a special capacity to make others prophets. This is a prophesied. Only about 100 years back. Only about 100 years back is prophesied. So when you go to some guru, if you are honest, if you are a businessman, I have nothing to say. You better go ahead with your business in the name of God. I mean, we have many like these. But if you are honest, and if you want to do good to yourself and to others, then you must judge it on this point that if you become the prophet in the modern times, then prophets have capacity to make others prophets. That means you must have the capacity to become the spirit, not only that, but also to make others that. This is indicated already. I don't know how many people read him, but he is one of the greatest poets of the modern times. Of course, we have people like Kabira, Nanaka, they all have said it. Kabira was such a tremendous man that he ousted all these horrible people, these Kriya yogis and all that, and the Kecharis and everything, right and left. But even if you have not read him and understood him, you have got Milton, the book written by such a great poet like William Blake. Of course, Wordsworth and all these people are realized souls. But I would say that William Blake was a man with that kind of a tremendous power to explain what should happen to you. And that's what exactly should happen to you, that you become a prophet and you should be able to make others prophets. Not prophets. Prophet. Now, this power is kept there already. You are made like that. God has made you so beautifully, just think. With the colors and everything within. He has given you such a beautiful inner being. While we, in our freedom, have gone wrong. We've forgotten God. We are not afraid of Him. We are not afraid of Him. We do not know that what He can do to us. In our freedom, we have become so ego-oriented that our freedom has misled us. Doesn't matter. As long as you are seekers and truthful, it will work out. Now the first center, yesterday I told you about the left side power and the right side power. The left side power, as I said, is the power of your desire, by which, Ichha Shakti, by which, or Mana Shakti, is called as Mana. Now those people who are teaching you yoga are teaching you how to control your Prana Shakti, the right side. But what about the Mana Shakti? Such people can become very, very dry-hearted. Absolutely dry. They could be so hot-tempered. We had many people like that in Vishwamitra and all these people. We had Durvasa. Very hot-tempered people. There's no love. There's no balance in them. And such people can only sort of mesmerize other people or can just kill other people and do all kinds of such acts of violence that you cannot explain any spiritual man doing all this violence all the time. And if you see the fanatics, all the fundamentalists are like that. All the fundamentalists are dry people. They are driven to the right side. They think they are the right people. All the rest are wrong. And the example of that is already Mr. Khomeini before you. And so many like that. Catholicism, Presbyterians, all this. Seventh-day Adventists, in Christianity. In Hinduism also we have lots of such people. There's one Shankaracharya who is trying to make nowadays in India a big umbrella of gold studded with diamonds. I think he's trying to compete with your Pope. And that umbrella will fall on his head one day. It is going to be so heavy. All these things, you see, show that these people have nothing to do with God. Christ has said, you'll be amazed. Christ has said that these are the hypocrites, the Pharisees. These are the people who are standing at the gate of God that others should not enter inside because they cannot enter themselves. Very clearly he said it. He has said it, you will be calling me Christ, Christ, I won't recognize you. These are the people. The so-called fundamentalists. It's not only the Islamic, it's not only the Hindus, it's not only the Buddhists. It's also the people who claim themselves to be very great protectors of religion. As Warren has told you just now, that you have to be a realized soul. Without realization, you have no right on God, you have no connection on God, you have nothing to say about God. You have no authority to describe. Minimum of minimum that you should be connected. It's like, say, I'm not connected to a president, I start talking about him, I'll be arrested. I have not known him, I have no connection, nothing to do with him, I start taking his name, I'll be arrested. And that's why one has to know that to get to God, one has to become the Spirit. Everyone has said that. I was today seeing one magazine and I was surprised at the shopping of God that is going on in this Los Angeles. I was really amazed. I said, where is my temple to be placed? All kinds of things. And the same words, your freedom, your liberation. Even somebody had said that there's a tank in which you relax and you get your liberation. I mean, how can a tank give liberation? See, I don't have so many brains to understand these things, I must say. I was amazed. How can people be befooled with such ideas that you get your liberation by getting into a tank? Or by jumping in the air, by taking out your clothes, by coloring your clothes or anything like that. Of course, Kabira has lashed it very much. And he has said about it. That's why I think Indians are wiser people. We have had great, great people in our country. It's really a great blessing to be born in that great country of ours, I must say. Though the greatest thugs are also born there, no doubt about it. The greatest thugs and the crooks are born there. But we have really such great people born in that country of ours that it's not easy for an Indian to accept nonsense without feeling guilty about it, without feeling bad about it. He cannot outright accept it. He may do it, but he is aware of it. So, as it is, this Kundalini is placed within us. Now, about Kundalini, long time back, the search for Kundalini started, thousands of years back. The history is like this, that in the beginning, there were 3 types of people, we should say, who started searching in different areas. The first ones were the ones who started searching in the nature. What is the secret of the nature? Vedas are written on that. Vedas are the right side movement of people where they try to discover what are the deities. What are the different deities ruling the elements. You can see the great manifestation of that knowledge in Greece. Even now, you can go and see in their history. And when I asked them from where did you get these ideas, they told me that there was an Indo-Aryan report at a time, not at the time of Alexander, but much earlier when they came on this earth. Must have been, I'm sure, thousands of years back, the way the whole thing is described. And they came on this part of the earth, means Greece, and told us that there are these 3 powers and there are 3 deities, the 3 mothers who work it out. Imagine, at that time. And they have one goddess called as Athena. As I told you, Atha means the primordial. And she's the primordial Kundalini. She has a snake in her hand and she has all these chakras. Now this movement was on the right-hand side. Right-hand side was the Vedas, where they tried to discover the deities that are ruling the sun, the ruling the moon, the ruling the, the sea. The sea is ruled by Neptune. and it's called as Pasidon in these Greek way. And also they knew about Parshurama. Seers is Parshurama, who came before Rama, and he is one of the person who is an eternal being, who moves in every way. He is the one who is respected as seers, but people are quite confused because the Greeks brought all the gods to their level. The work of Vedas helped us to overcome the nature. You must have heard that at the time of Rama, they had aeroplanes. I've seen books written in India where they say that there were 685 gadgets in the aeroplane in those days. And they have ways and methods of having pilotless bombs and all that. Some people say that the Germans got these ideas only from Indian old ventures. But these they achieved by the right side movement, is to go to the essences of the elements and try to master them. But they knew, even the first verse of Vedas is that if by reading Veda, if you do not get the Vida, Vida is the knowledge. Veda comes from the word to know. Vida, if you do not become Vidvana, means if you do not get your realization, if you do not become the knowledge, it's useless. It's clearly written there. So the essence of Vedas is also that by knowing all these things, ultimately you should become realized souls. You should become the knowledge. Wherever Adi Shankaracharya has used the word the knowledge, it is meaning the knowledge of the all-pervading power, to become self-realized, knowledge of the self. Wherever Nanaka has used it, or wherever Gyaneshwara has used it, it means the knowledge of the self, Atmabodha. Atmabodha. If you read Shankaracharya, his book Atmabodha, very important, and you will know that he has described that when you get the knowledge, it's the self-knowledge, then only you will know about God. Clearly he said, I mean, so clear you can't crystal clear. He says that when Kabira said, Padi Padi Pandita Murakha Bhai, he said that by reading too much, even the wise have become stupid. I can see the result of that. Because when we read every nonsense, we have no discrimination power, we read every kind of a book, and it becomes like that. Now this, why did they do it? Why did the wise people try to find out the deities or the essences of all these elements? We should ask this question very clearly. And that is what is to be understood. That they understood that if you could go to the essence of these matter that surrounds us, the elements, if you can somehow or other capture them, then at a time when you have reached a stage, a time when you have become ripe enough, as for modern times you can say, you will get more time to do your meditation. See, we are saving our time. You've got watches. We must save time. Save time. For what? To waste in a pub? Every time we are saving our time for what? To make some sort of crooked stuff here and there? Where are we saving? This is just to save time. First important thing was they wanted to save time. Because you see, in the olden days, even to cook your food, it was so difficult. It's every instant these days. If you want to cook something, you just do it in 5 minutes. Otherwise, it used to take hours together. So they thought that if you have the matter available to you, first point was to make you so efficient that you can save your time for meditation, for your ascent, for your realization. This was one of the reasons. Second, why? Because they know matter cannot give you happiness, matter cannot give you joy. Then why did they go into the secrets of the matter? Why did they try to find out the matter? What it is like? Why science developed? Why the knowledge of science came to human beings from the unconscious? We can ask the question because what human beings have done is another point. They have made atom bombs. Even atom bomb is very useful because seeing the atom bomb sitting there, people are sensitive. The nitrogen bomb has put heads together. all these hydrogen bombs in a way is good because all these expansions are linear and they curl back. So even this movement was very good. But apart from that, the matter was developed in those days. It's a very great idea. One, and the simple thing was that when this collective happening takes place, when people will get a mass in a very collective way their realization, how should it happen in the whole world? What should be the method that should be used? After all, Christ came only, say, in that little part. After Christ, what is to be done? How to spread it to all the people? It was all thought out. So they created camera, TV, all those things. Now on a TV I can give realization, maybe of it. But they will never allow me to be there. You see, that's the trouble with the TV people. You have to pay them lots of money. On the TV you can give, I have seen that in Hong Kong. On a TV we could give realization to so many people. But they would not allow me, that's a different point. That may also work out later. We must have patience. But this was the reason to use all these things. Now for instance, television has got everything in it. For example, it has got that collective manifestation. It has got all the art, color, everything in it. And you can work it out. And this collective happening can be spread out so fast into the whole world. At the time of Christ, this was not possible. Many
So let's get into meditation now. I'll just show you briefly the chart that we have that Philip will go into a little bit more later on. And this is what we're going to do now is with our attention, we're going to rise up that energy of the spirit that's residing in the Kundalini energy, coiled up in that triangular bone, the sacred bone at the base of our spine. And with our desire and our attention, we're going to awaken that. And that's our realization that we can all pass on once we perfect our own feeling of that Kundalini energy and our meditation, then you can easily pass that on as well. So we'll take our attention by using our hands at the various centers. So there you see the left side and the right side. She was talking a little bit more about the right side tonight, but we'll take our attention onto the left side, and with our desire that Kundalini energy in all of us will awaken and get strengthened by the using of it and go. And after that, Philip will take us into a deeper meditation and a bit of balancing as well. So let's do that. So we'll show you directly what we're doing. I'll just stop sharing this chart for the minute. So I'll just sit back a bit. So we'll do with our eyes shut, but if you're not sure what we're doing, of course, just open your eyes and have a look. So I'm going to use my right hand and place it on the different centers on the left-hand side, at the neck, the forehead, the back of the head, and then ultimately the top of the head. So there's a few things you need to do, which is not to feel guilty and to forgive. So forgive everyone and anything, because it doesn't matter. And all will be rectified naturally. So we'll keep our 2 feet flat on the earth. We're using the elements. We've got a candle on there to use the fire. We've got the light, obviously, the air, and we'll close our eyes. And we're going to take our right hand onto our heart. And just to take our attention inside, we're going to ask the question, am I the spirit? So just ask that question to yourself 3 or 4 times. Am I the spirit? And taking the hand to the upper part of our abdomen, just under the rib cage there, ask the question, am I my own master? Am I the master of myself? Which could beg the question, or do I listen to what others' opinions are, or worry what is said in social media? Am I my own master? And down to the hip area, which is adjacent to where that Kundalini of ours is residing, in the sacrum bone. And here we're going to request our own mothering energy to awaken. So we'll ask, please give me the pure knowledge, the pure desire of my true self. Please give me the pure knowledge of myself, really desiring from your heart. Mother, please give me the pure knowledge of myself. So she's your mother. She's waiting for you to ask her to awaken. It's whether you've done this before or not. She's very eagerly waiting to transform us, take us into that higher realm of ourselves. Please give me the pure knowledge of myself. And coming up to the upper part of our abdomen, just under the rib cage, we can now confirm that I am my own master. I am my own master. So I have my Divine Mother guiding me. A few more times. I am my own master, my own teacher, my own guru. Whichever of those resonates with you. I am my own master. And coming back up to the heart, it's our right hand on our heart, on the left hand side, we can confirm that I am the pure spirit. This is my divine nature. Mother, I am pure spirit. And coming up to the neck. So it's where the neck and the shoulder join. You can just turn your head a little bit to the right, holding it firmly there. Here's where we need to get any guilt out, simply by confirming that, Mother, I am not guilty. Say that quite a few times. Mother, I'm not guilty. Mother, I am not guilty. Just a couple more times. I am not guilty. Now let's come up to the forehead. So we're bending our head into the palm of our hand, holding firmly on the edges of our forehead, on our temples with the palm of our hand and our fingers, just holding it firmly. And here's where we need to forgive. So we're just going to, in general, forgive everyone and everything. Mother Kundalini, Mother Energy, I forgive everyone, and I forgive myself. Mother, I forgive. Mother, I forgive. And then we'll go to the back of our head. We'll tilt our head up and rest the back of our head in the palm of our hand. And here, for our own sake, we're just going to say, Mother, if I've made any mistakes, knowingly or unknowingly, please forgive me. Let's take out any worries we have. And up to the top of our head, stretching the palm, placing the center of the top of our palm onto the fontanelle bone area, the center of the top of our head. Just pressing down with the center of our palm. We can rotate the scalp a bit to massage that area. And here's where we're going to ask from our heart, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Or we can say, we've done this before, Mother, please strengthen my self-realization. Really desiring from your heart, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Mother Kundalini, please rise, connect me to that all-pervading energy, divine energy. And then just raising that hand up a little bit. You might be able to feel a bit of a flow. Might be cool, might be a bit warm as things get cleared out. Don't worry if you can't feel that. Try with the other hand. You might feel it on the other hand more or less. So you might feel it on top of your head, or you might just feel it in your hands. Just keep your attention there where your hand was for a couple of minutes. And then Philip will take us a little further in our meditation.
We just keep our eyes closed. Take both our hands and drop them towards the Mother Earth. We have a relationship with the Mother Earth. She's generous, she's there, she has a magnetic quality which keeps us on her. She's generous, and it's a reflection of our first chakra, the inside ourselves. It's like the foundation. And here we can ask for the magnetic fragrance and innocence of the Mother Earth. For she's elements are within us. And we can ask the Mother Earth for that innocence and fragrance. It's also to do with wisdom, our relationship with what is around us. Please give me the balance and fragrance of the Mother Earth. It's a quality we must respect, as we should respect the Mother Earth. Take the left hand back to the lap and leave the right hand towards the Mother Earth again. And here we ask for our left side to clear. Once the Kundalini is awakened within us, she is active and she can work on our system. And by doing this, we request her to clear our left side. It's our past, it's our conditionings, and it can clear our left side to make us more balanced and in the moment. It can give us a better desire. It's a sweeter emotion, our left side. It's the moon channel within us. And here we ask for that quality, of that strength and quality and beauty of the moon. Please clear my left side. Take our right hand back to our lap. Our left hand, we bend our elbow with our fingers towards the sky. And it's what we call ventilating. This is how we can clear our right side. So the heat and the activity of the right side can be cleared. Once again, requesting the Kundalini to do this for us. And by expressing our desire for these things, she works for us. It's her job in us to clear us. And here we ask for the activity to decrease in my head, soothe me, and modify my overactivity. And this helps the ego come back to its real quality of a good action and to show us the real meaning of free will. Please clear my right side. So our right side is the sun element. The sun is bright and shining, but we don't want it to be too hot within ourselves. It's a positive quality. Please clear my right side. To bring our left hand back to our lap, take our right hand and from the bottom of our body up the front, following the spine away from the body, we move our hand upwards, the right hand. And this is where we're encouraging and asking our Kundalini to strengthen. She's there, as I said, to work for us. And here we're asking her to do this, remembering and expressing our desire for her to work within ourselves. We lift the Kundalini and see if we can take our attention to the top of our head. This is our halo. It's our tongues of flame. It's our lotus. It's the Sahasrara, our crown. The beauty of our realization when the Kundalini passes through this, we can feel the silence. This is why we need to meditate each day to establish this. It's an ongoing growth within ourselves. We can place our right hand on our heart and just remind ourselves again that I am the Spirit. And as the center channel is established within ourselves, this quality is revealed. This is the part and parcel of self-realization. I am the Spirit. I'm not the past or the future. I am the eternal Spirit which is in the moment. We can take our right hand across our forehead, and once again, I forgive. When we forgive ourselves, we forgive others, and allows our ego to modify and place us equally with each other. I forgive. One of our great qualities. I forgive everyone and I forgive myself. And please make me a forgiving person. This helps us go above our thoughts. So we go up above our thoughts to the top. Place our palm on the top of our head. Please open my Sarasrara. Please allow me to feel the thoughtless awareness, the beautiful state of silence. Massage that slightly. Keep our attention there and bring our right hand back to our lap. If the attention slips, just lift it back gracefully to the top. No exertion, it's just our attention going back to the top. It's above our thoughts where the silence is. If our attention does slip, just gracefully, without pressure, lift our attention back to the top. And as we do this each day, this is established more and more within ourselves. And we actually feel the beauty of silence within ourselves. The beautiful thing about Sahaja Yoga meditation, it's thoughtlessly aware. We are thoughtless and we are aware. And even more so because we're silent. We can take our right hand and strengthen our Kundalini by lifting it again. Just slowly. Just do it 2 or 3 times. And you'll probably find, if you feel at the top, that that is stronger because we paid attention to her and she fulfills that desire. We should try to do this each day, taking the affirmations to help clear a path for the Kundalini, to feel the thoughtless awareness and let it develop and grow. And we finish our meditation by taking our hands, left one rising, right one hand going round the left hand, up to the top. We tie her up. We want her to be up all the time. One knot at the top. We do it the second time. 2 knots at the top. Third time, up again, 3 knots at the top. We're wishing her to be flowing and blowing her cool breeze. Leave our left hand out, take our right hand over to our left side, take our right hand over the top of our head and back. That's 1. Then we do 2 and up to 7. 1 for each of the subtle centers. It's called a bandhan, which is a subtle armor to keep us in a lovely state. And once again, try and do this each day, 15, 20 minutes or so. Be patient with yourself and let it establish and grow.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Philip. That was
Thank
lovely.
you, Lynn. Thank you. Yes.
I'll put on a bit of music, so if people want to continue for about 5 minutes or so, they can. But we'll finish for now, and look forward to your company next week.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Thanks for joining. Good night.